YouTube, good morning. Back here again for another round of our YouTube Play of the Day videos. We got two spots today. Um, Coming off of another split, as always. The splits just keep happening. Um, and let's get to it. First, we'll start off with the winner. Mike Clevenger gave up like 8 hits. Gausman had 10 Ks. Probably one of the easier ones there. Um, Castillo, I think I gave up 7 hits. 3 of his first 4 were not over like 70 miles an hour. So I had a feeling that wasn't going to hit after first AB of the game. He gets Volpe down 0-2, and Volpe throws his hands out and flips a little 40-mile-an-hour hit right over shortstop. So that one did fall there. Moves us to 26 and 20, 4.42 units heading into today. As always, we'll be showing you my spots right here on the show here. Today, I will be rolling with Pavetta over 5.5 Ks. In Houston, I'm doing the game over 5.5. Then I'm also going to take Logan Gilbert strikeouts under 5.5 right here. Both of these on DraftKings. Let's get started. I'll start with Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert under 5.5 strikeouts. I know this is going to be a little scary one just because he pitches so deep into games. But I feel like this is a really tough matchup for him because Logan Gilbert throws a lot of strikes, like a lot of first pitch strikes. And when you go into a game like this with the Nationals, who are top 5 in strikeout rate against righties, they've been playing significantly better. I don't know if I see the strikeouts accumulating here as we have seen earlier. He had a 1 strikeout game against the Yankees last time out in Yankee Stadium. The concerning one is obviously the Twins matchup where he got absolutely blown up. Had 4 strikeouts in that one. Also, he did hit it against the Astros, but he went 8 innings, right? He had 8 innings, 6 Ks, right? Not like he was mowing any of these dudes down or anything like that. He had 6 Ks against Texas, in Texas, mowed down Toronto, and got 7 against the Brewers. So if you want to look at past ones, obviously he's done a pretty good job of getting there. But I really like this spot for the Nationals putting the ball in play on this guy, right? If we look at his numbers, first off, let's talk a little bit. Home road splits so far this year, he has a 31% K rate at home versus 21% on the road. This is in Nationals Park. This is a severe upgrade for hitters going from Seattle to Nationals Park, especially when it's hot. So that's also, I mean, he's a fly ball guy. So I mean, this is going to be, it's going to be tough for him. He's got a 41% ground ball rate right now. So we're going to see quite a bit up in the air, and I think the balls will be flying a little bit today. Second, walk rate is up 3% on the road as well. His xFIP is up over a 1.5 on the road as well. So warm, smaller ballpark. And also, you got to be a little more careful, right? If you're in Seattle, you have a little bit more leeway, right? It's got to go another 30 feet. If it's cold, it gets probably another 50 versus here in Nationals ballpark here. Like I said, the Nationals are top 10 in terms of strikeout rate against righties. I know Logan Gilbert will go deeper in this game, but I think this is a tough spot for him in this ballpark against a team that, yes, they don't do a ton of damage in terms of like home runs and stuff, but the strikeouts are going to be tougher, right? You're really going to have to get them from C.J. Abrams, who's one of their better hitters. Joey Gallo, if he's in the lineup, Joey Gallo should not be in the lineup with the dude's strikeout rate's like 40% right now. But then you go down this order. Luis Garcia doesn't strike out. Meneses does a really good job of not striking out against righties. I mean, dude, there's just it's going to be tough for him to accumulate these strikeouts unless he's going 3 or 4 times through this order. So I think that I'm going to trust the talent and trust this number. Just feel like it's lined for a number that we should be betting this under. I really like this spot to watch these Nationals be pesky. Let's be pesky, Nationals. You don't have to score a ton of runs, but just don't strike out for me. Heading over to my team in my Milwaukee Brewers, they have been absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome this year. I do not think they do well today. I have a really tough feeling against Nick Pavetta. Nick Pavetta is an absolute dog. He is so good. His stuff is filthy. Obviously, I know last night we saw Cutter Crawford get hit around a little bit here, but I think Pavetta is going to bring it today. Pavetta has obviously only had one start at home this year. He had 8 strikeouts in 5 2/3. He gets 2 times through the order. Dude is absolutely elite. The third time, obviously, he struggles, but we haven't seen him get that deep with obviously the injury he's had there. But I think the biggest talking point so far for Pavetta is a 2% walk rate. Like, really? An elite strikeout guy with a 2% walk rate? That is unbelievable, right? You don't see that. A 30% K rate, 2% walk rate. This would be, I believe, the highest K minus BB in the MLB, if I remember correctly. I think I looked at that. I thought he was number 1. Obviously, I don't think he's thrown enough innings for it, but still, ton of swing and miss, right? 42% on the sweeper, 26% on the cutter, 38% on the curveball, 36% on the slider. This dude can miss bats, right? And I think what's the most important thing for him is the curveball and cutter combo that he uses against lefties to get them out, right? I think that curveball is going to be really, really important. 38% whiff rate, exclusively throwing it to lefties. And the Brewers are going to run out of quite a few of those, obviously. So being able to nullify the lefties is one of the biggest issues that you're going to have. But he's done such a good job at that his strikeout rate against the lefties has actually gone up over the amount that he strikes out righties. 33% K rate against lefties, 28% against righties. His xFIP against lefties is 2.69. He's gotten a little bit unlucky with a 4.08 FIP versus 2.69 xFIP. 2% walk rate against them. At home so far this year, I know it's only one start. He had a 40% K rate. Don't look into that one as much, but dude has been electric at home, right? And I think that this is a great spot against my Brewers. That's obviously the minus 155 portion of this. I would take the ladder on Pavetta today. I know the Brewers have been really good against righties, but there's still a lot of swing and miss in this lineup, man. Still a lot of swing and miss here, especially against a guy who's going to be bringing absolute ched with a hammer here. I think it's going to be a really tough spot for them. They've been handling heavy velo, like the 98 pluses, pretty well, better than I expected. But Pavetta is going to be coming, 94, 96. But he's got so much stuff. His stuff moves everywhere. It's going to be a tough spot for him. And then obviously heading to the Astros game, you get the Astros against the lefty. I usually don't back the Astros away from home, but I like this matchup. Sears got hit around a little bit. In the first match of the year, he did well last time out. I don't trust Aaron Getty. I actually think the A's score quite a bit on Aaron Getty. So I like this game over 5.5 out there in the Coliseum day game. Sign me up for some runs there to go along with my guy, Nick Pavetta, 6 strikeouts. So going with that, and then an under on Logan Gilbert at minus 110. So both games starting a little early. It's going to be in the early slate. So if you guys could hit that like button, make sure you lock these in right away. And we'll be back, I believe, either Monday or Tuesday for another one of these. We'll kind of talk and figure out with the Memorial Day stuff. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate all your support. Again, rolling 26 and 20, 4.42 units, going with Logan Gilbert under 5.5 and Pavetta plus the Astros. So thank you guys. Best of luck this weekend. And let's cash some tickets.